Good morning, everyone. This is Karl Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Thursday, September 12th, 2019. And which two Lions do I think should be cut and should be cut immediately and before the Chargers game? We're going to find out right after this. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Good morning, everyone. This is Karl Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Thursday, September 12th, 2019. And before we get into the two Lions that I feel need to be cut immediately, I just want to do my Chargers pregame review and get this over and done with as briefly as possible. On the Chargers end, as it turns out, it looks like the Chargers are pretty well banged up, but I want people to pay attention to the replacement for Melvin Gordon while he's out. That's Eckler. Eckler is scary fast. If the Lions aren't up to it, he could burn them. But I do have confidence in their run defense. So they hold, and what the Lions first and foremost have to do, they have to play all 60 minutes. Period. None of this, getting a lead and then slowing down at the last 8 minutes of the game. That won't cut it. They need to go pedal to the metal from zero to when the time starts to when the clock ticks down to 0-0 and game over. Full throttle, full blast, no excuses, and that's that. That's really why they lost the game. But that was Arizona. Let's move onward and forward. Let's talk a little more about the Chargers. Philip Rivers is Philip Rivers. And I actually think that the Lions defense can, he can be easily rattled. If the Lions do things right, they can get him, and they have receivers banged up. So they're not playing with their top people. But if they rattle Philip Rivers, he does throw interceptions, and I'd love to see Snacks just. It'll be harder for him to swap balls against Rivers. Rivers is taller, and he's been around the league for a while. So, but that'd be kind of nice to see Snacks just go swatting that ball like flies. That'd be great. Because I don't really expect him to be one of these guys to get a lot of sacks, but he's going to cause a lot of havoc in the line and the defense for the offensive line on the Chargers. Anyway, that's the thing. Oh, and on the defense, I do not. Well, I'll get into that on who I don't want on there, and I think you know where I'm getting at, the two players that need to go. Now, let's talk about the Lions and their offense. Excuse me. The biggest concern going into the season, and it's proving out to be true, is the offensive line. Their left tackle position is pathetic at best. And it's apparently, I saw Dosa Dion, again, one of his recent videos this morning, earlier this morning, I saw, and apparently Taylor Decker is on the injury list. I'm not too sure how severe it is. I think he's listed as questionable, so he may play, he may not. But still, whether or not he plays, that left side is bad. And if he doesn't play, then who are the backups? Wiggins or Crosby, and that's just like having a sieve. That's like a leaky bucket, rusty bucket with a hole in the bottom. You fill it up with water, and it just pours right through. Well, that's the Lions' left side. I mean, it's porous. And guess what? They're going to have Bosa over there, the Chargers, and he's just going to be going through whether or not Taylor Decker's in or not. Bosa's going to, and that's on Stafford's blind side. That's why he got blindsided and fumbled. So this is a pretty scary thing, especially with Bosa on there, because you know what the Chargers are going to do. They're looking at the Arizona tape. So hopefully, and I know trying to get an upgrade and a better player at that position, that's easier said than done. You get somebody good in there, and chances are they're sticking with a team. So that's the Lions' problem. And hopefully Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia are scouring the waiver wires for somebody who they feel that can fit in there, and then just try them out, bring them in, and see if they have the chemistry, if they can get into a flow with the other linemen. But Wiggins and Crosby, having to depend on them, that's just a disaster waiting to happen, and I cringe at the thought of that. Imagine Mac, when they're playing the Bears, Mac against Crosby or Wiggins. It's going to be a nightmare. Hopefully, so I don't want to see that ever. But I want to make this kind of brief. But first, let me say this is going to be a close game. There's no way after the Arizona game. There's no way that I can predict the Lions to win. I can't do it, and I don't see it. I know Chris Spielman predicted the Lions to win, but naturally he's biased, like all of us Lions fans. I don't see it because I worry too much about the offensive line. If somehow from the football gods or something have a great tackle available. Apparently there's one guy holding out on the Redskins. I can't remember his name. Motor City Sports Talk did a video on that. Trent Williams, but I think he's really pricey. I think so. I don't think the Lions are going to go that way just because of his price. But they need to be looking at it, and I hope they are, because they need to find somebody. And but anyway, as far as the game goes, I think it's gonna be like a 27-24. One thing for sure that I think is going to happen, it won't go into overtime. There will be a winner in this game by the end of the fourth quarter. It'll be 27-24. It won't go into 24-24 tie or anything like that and go into overtime. It'll be, the final score will be 27-24, and I see the Chargers with the 27. I don't see them scoring a whole lot of points just because of their banged up injuries. But again, I see them actually probably getting defensive scores depending on the Lions' offensive line. Stafford keeps getting blindsided. Yeah, not only is he going to be fumbling and stuff, but there's a possibility of him getting hurt. Now, the two people that I want to see gone immediatally are, number one, Agnew. Basically, Agnew, when he made that first fumble, muffed punt, even though the Lions were still ahead, it's like, okay, this is the writing on the wall. I have to eat cardinal on this one because I was an Agnew defender, but I was saying in preseason that, okay, well, maybe they can cut Powell and keep Agnew. I was trying to support Agnew, but I also, at the same time, really wanted Powell. So I was really disappointed when they let go of Powell, and Atlanta was smart, very smart team to pick him up. So that Agnew needs to be gone, and if he's still on the team, he should not even see one play. Put in put in Ty Johnson for a special team if you're not going to use him on the offense. But I would like to see Ty Johnson in the backfield for some more plays too. But if I would prefer the Lions to go with Ty Johnson on special teams if they're not going to release Agnew, but he's got to go. Then, now I'm not sure about how it works because Taylor Decker's injured. I'm not sure what the NFL rules are on someone who's banged up if you releasing them. So if you know the NFL rules on that, please leave a comment and let me know what the NFL rules are on releasing a player who's banged up or injured. I think it might involve trades, but I also think it involves whether or not you release players or not. I'm not sure how that works, but Taylor Decker, I would release him too, but that would be providing they bring in another lineman that they feel very comfortable with. But Taylor Decker's not cutting the job now. Maybe because he had maybe he was injured during the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm not going to try and make any excuses for him. Maybe he was injured during that game and wasn't playing so well. So, but at the very least, get some offensive left tackles in there to maybe replace Crosby and Wiggins. Those two I have a big problem with. And if we're looking at those to play against the Chargers, I just don't see the Lions winning. So hopefully they're working on that. And so there you go. The two people I want to see the Lions get rid of quickly are Agnew and Taylor Decker. It's too bad. Taylor Decker started out good, but for whatever reason, now again, if his injury is bad enough to where it's affecting his play, then maybe. But they need to replace the backups at the very least. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. If you like these videos, be sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. So that way you get caught up to date on my Lions video. I'm trying to be a little more optimistic, and I didn't do the 75-0 that I did more of a reaction video after the Arizona game. That was more of a reaction video, something that Durgos Moby did. And now I know why he waited so long to do his video, because he was like the rest of us, just fuming. And when I made my video, it was pure emotion. The Lions haven't lost the season yet, but they have to come up with a win here. They really have to come up with a win, and I just don't see it happening. Anyway, that's it. I will see you next time, probably Saturday, and we'll do some more further updates and see where we're at on that. But anyway, just wanted to get this out and talk to you later, and have a good day.